Neon lights, neon lights. Stay dancing with my demons, do the dash me out of sight. Run it up, secure the bag.
Hello and welcome to the SoulInsights podcast. I'm Kyle and Loxton, joined by
Kyle.
And we're going to be doing it breakup edition today.
It's not you, it's me.
Is it? Is it really?
Basically, from my side of things, it's ridiculous reasons people have broke up with somebody,
jokes.
But to be honest, they sound kind of logical. And yours are a bit more serious, aren't they, really?
You could say like yours might be excuses, because it's jokes, isn't it, sometimes? And then mine might be like reasons that we could like obviously think about and maybe say if you've experienced or your opinion on it. So.
Yep. Cool.
Right, we'll jump into it. So music recommendation is Always Never, It's Over. So it's kind of topical to what we're about.
Always Never,
It's the
It's
artist.
Over.
Yeah, Always
Okay.
Never, artist, It's Over.
Cool.
But they're cool artists to check out anyway if you like that sort of R&B stuff.
Yeah.
They're pretty sexy, I think.
Sexy R&B.
If you went to do some little fancy pantsy stuff in the bedroom, then
Sexy R&B.
they're pretty cool.
Right, game is High on Life. So it's the Justin Rowland, I think his name is, that created it, the Rick and Morty creators. So it's out on the 13th, so that'll be out now.
Banging.
13th of December. Yeah, it does look cool. It's kind of like Trover Saves the Universe, I suppose. But
Rick and Morty's type of humour to it.
yeah, it's just banter game, isn't it, basically? And film, I've already said this, but seeing as it's actually coming out now, so Avatar 2, so obviously we're going to watch it on the 16th when it actually gets released.
Yeah.
So yeah, Avatar 2, we'll see.
Should
Be a decent
high
film,
hopes for it.
shouldn't
I would say 3 hours
high hopes.
10, isn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
So yeah, high hopes for it, to be honest. Hopefully it doesn't let us down. It's taken long enough to create, hasn't it?
Yeah, I don't see how it could be shit, but it probably will be.
Right. And it's 3D as well, isn't it? That's what we're watching?
Yeah, I think so.
'Cause the last one was, so
Yeah.
right.
Wee little particles floating out the screen.
Oh.
weren't
Are they the
there,
glasses
mostly?
again, are they?
Yeah, probably.
Not like the
But
Vegas
they're like
glasses.
that. Not like the
cardboard
fucking,
one.
not the blue and green, blue and red things. No, it'll actually be proper glasses, I'd imagine.
Oh, just advanced. Right.
Good.
Right. Dictionary of Skill Stories by John Koenig. I went with chapter 1, Between Living and Dreaming, Seeing the World as It Is and the World as It Could Be. And the word is oculism.
Oh, yeah, oculism. OCC.
Yeah?
U.
No. Ocio.
Oh, oculism.
Yeah.
OCCIOLISM.
Okay. Keep going.
Oh,
All close is the H before the I.
oculism.
So OCCHIOLISM.
Oh, oculism.
Yeah, like alcoholism, isn't it? Is it alcoholism?
Alcoholism.
Alcoholism, yeah, good. Good
Alcoholism.
words. Right. The awareness of how fundamentally limited your senses are, and noticing how little of your field of vision is ever in focus, how few colours you're able to see, how few sounds you're able to hear, and how intrusively your brain fills in the blanks with its own cartoonish extrapolations, which makes you wish you could experience the whole of reality instead of only ever catching a tiny glimpse of it, to just once step back from the keyhole and finally open the door.
So basically, you can't see everything.
Yeah, I always thought it might make a
Yeah.
comparison to animals. Like, like the smell isn't going to be as good, and it's annoying that only you're going to know a certain amount, like a high-pitched frequency, you're only going to hear to a certain...
Whereas dogs can hear more than us in that sense.
And babies as well,
kind of
isn't it? I
thing.
think younger,
I don't know.
you
but
go higher
so
pitched.
technically, you do experience it.
So yeah, it would be...
Oh.
I think it is the awareness of, like, you are limited in certain ways.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, yeah, like your brain, cartoonish, whatever, extrapolations, whatever that is.
Yeah,
it
that's
just
how it's always going to be, isn't it, really?
makes up, like, its own sort of interpretations. And
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to think of field of vision. You'd say, like, well, mine's, like, 1 centimetre, because I never look at anything past, like, my
Your nose.
initial, point of view, isn't it?
It's all you ever fucking see.
So there we go,
So-
oculism. It's quite cool to end it, though. Just step back from the keyhole and finally open the door.
Yeah.
Poetic. It's quite cool.
It's getting all fancy and wordy with it.
All right, mate.
Right,
topic.
this is the main topic, yes. So,
Sources, Bustle and Bored Panda. Before
Yeah.
we jump into it.
Board Panda we've used quite a lot.
Yeah, they
So,
seem to be the
good.
go-to at the
Yeah,
moment.
Board Panda and BuzzFeed are two decent ones, so no sponsors.
Right, what are we doing? Jumping.
Just throw that out there.
Besides nourishment, come on.
They are not a sponsor.
They're going to get into us.
But if you're watching, contact us.
Right. Are we jumping straight into it?
Yeah, you go first. I think you
Okay.
got more.
So, mine will be like I'll start off pathetic, to be honest, and then it'll get a bit more serious as I get on through these. So let's just jump straight into the main one. It's not you, it's me.
Good excuse, isn't it?
The classic cop-out. Even if there's some truth behind this sentiment, there are plenty of less confusing ways to say it's not you, it's me. So can we just agree to retire this tired line?
It is like go-to, and
I mean, it sums up a load of things. Because you could... Everything that I might say now could be linked under it's not you, it's me.
Yeah.
Like you say, exit, like baggage, or like things that you've had to deal with, personal issues.
And then most of the things I'm going to say is it's not me, it's you.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Fair enough. Right, we'll just start like that. It's fine. We'll describe it as we go through, isn't it? Because it makes sense.
So I'm the more banter side of things, of stupid reasons why people have broken up with people, but at the same time, it makes sense because that could drive you insane. So the voice she used to baby talk to her dog was insufferable. Occasionally she would use it on me, but not a lot. So the oh, look at you, you're so cute kind of thing.
That's in a lot of relationships, I think, with a dog.
So, yeah, it is, but everybody does it with a dog, don't they, or with an animal or something. Then one night she asked me, "Can I sucky on your dicky?" It was the first and last time I turned down sexual activity. We broke up right there and then.
Flaccid, like, nah.
Can I sucky on your dicky?
Nah. I can't be saying that.
Honestly.
What the fuck? But they, like you say with the relationship thing, like they're fussing it, like, oh yeah, I'll be back soon and stuff, and then you go to the partner, right, see you later, walk out.
Oh, I'll see you soon. Yeah, okay, I'll see you soon. Bye, bitch.
It's like, yeah. Sucky on your dick. Nah.
That's wrong.
We're into some anime sort of like karaoke bar or something.
4-year-olds.
Oh, Jesus. Right, before we get too far. Cold, blunt honesty. That is the reason. My friend's boyfriend broke up with her because, direct quote, "You're not an interesting person and I don't love you anymore." I can't think of a more devastating thing to say. It can be true, you just can't say it like that. Being honest is a good thing, but there's a difference between telling the truth and being straight up hurtful on purpose. I mean, brutal honesty is quite cool though, to be honest.
Is like, it's banter, isn't it, really? But yeah, to just turn around to somebody and say, "I don't love you anymore," fuck off kind of thing, like,
boring me.
Yeah, exactly.
Your existence is futile.
Yeah.
Trash.
I mean, it's understandable because especially if you're with somebody for so long and you get stuck in the routine and then you think like, actually, I need a bit more than this. This isn't me. You've changed me. I want to go back to being who I was when I was interesting and not a boring fuck.
What would make you randomly snap into that mindset though? Something random.
It just happens.
I mean, you could have like you said, you're going out with someone, then a fire person walks past. It's just snapped you like. Actually, like
you meet somebody else, like you interact with somebody else, and then you start like talking to somebody else, say like from work or whatever, and then you're
more
just
interesting story.
You're just like, oh, actually, I vibe with this person more than that person. So, and then it makes you question things, and then you sort of like switch.
It's even like when you go traveling, isn't it? Like the sort of conversations you would have when we've travelled compared to somewhere you're in your hometown sort of thing. It's different, isn't it?
Yeah, where it's like you don't really move past anything. You're just kind of like talking about the weather and
dead
children and marriage and that.
But yeah, brutal honesty. Like you said, you're probably quite good at brutal honesty as well at times. That's why you're called Carl Pilkington, isn't it? Brutal honesty. You just say it is, isn't it? You don't need to bullshit anything.
Everybody says to me, it's like, "Wow, I can't believe you said that," kind of thing. Just like, well, why can't you believe it?
Yeah, exactly. That's the
exactly
truth,
what
isn't
it is. Yeah. So,
right.
Jokes. Right. I once broke up with a girl because she couldn't ever decide on anything. I would say, let's go to the movies, and I'd even ask what movie she wanted to see, and she would never make up her mind. Drove me nuts. Turns out she had another boyfriend, and when I confronted her about it, she told me she couldn't decide between the two of us.
Wow.
So you can't decide on anything in the first place, and you can't decide on which dude you want to be with, so you just be with both.
Oh my days. Oh, yeah, you could do that. Yeah, like,
I mean that's a good reason to break up, though, isn't it? It's like you've got two boyfriends. So I ain't being one of two.
Yeah, that's a bit of a mad twist on it. When you said the initial one, I think quite a few relationships are like that.
Everybody's like it.
Do you want to do something? It's like, I don't want to do that, but I'm happy to do whatever. I just don't want to do anything that you're going to tell me to do.
Yeah.
What?
Do you want to go out to dinner? It's like, yeah. It's like, where do you want to go? Oh, anywhere's fine. Yeah. It's like, Pizza Hut. I don't want to go there. To this place. I don't want to go there. It's like, do you want to go anywhere? Yeah, I'll go anywhere. Except for wherever you say.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, the boyfriend thing, that's a mad twist, to be fair.
Yeah.
Don't know what to do. Right. You've outgrown your partner. I've outgrown you is what my ex said to me, fucking ice cold. Again, even if it's true, there are nicer and more constructive ways to let your partner know that you don't feel you're compatible anymore. Outgrown is pretty mad, though. I mean...
Yeah, because then it's almost like they're childish and you're not.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
instant insult, to be honest.
Yeah.
But then you could do, you're used to having those memories when you're younger with that person. You can't see them. Like that word that we had, dictionary of obscure sorrows, you only remember them from that certain time that you spent time with them.
So
you've outgrown them because you think they haven't moved on.
Let's twist this into a different way. Gaming. You used to play a game, and maybe it gets remastered, or you just go back to it and you think, this is not what I remember.
Yeah.
Why did I ever bother? Kind of thing.
Broken, yeah.
So it's the same as that, yeah. It's like, oh, this relationship used to be good. Now it's shit. Goodbye.
Yeah, they had another one where like you like the initial chase for someone. Once you've got them, it's like,
Why did I... Yeah, it's like, oh, I've chased you, I've got you, so I don't want you anymore. Throwing away like a toy kind of thing.
that moves on to my next one. I'll jump into it?
Yeah, go on then.
So it goes, you missed the chase. I liked you better when I was chasing you. Now I have you and you are no longer of interest. Newsflash, you can't make a relationship last long term if you always need to be chasing someone. I think it's more of a primal thing that as well, though, isn't it? You chase someone, you've got the goal. Next one. It's a bit mad, isn't it? Like, you like the chase of it.
You chase the... I don't know...
The
I
plum.
don't know. No, I don't know what to use. Like you chase, you chase the deer, you get it, you kill it, right onto the next. That's what it is, isn't it?
Hunter mindset.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, hunter mindset. Like you've got it, you've had the thrill of the kill, and now you need to go on to the next.
That's what one night stands a bit like, isn't it?
Yeah,
You get
obviously not
post-night-
kill, but
I like the post-night clarity as
Just
well,
like
I
to
guess, on a
clarify.
one-night stand that some people have. So you go club and you go back with someone, you do your thing, that's it, you never see them again.
Yeah.
But you like the chase of that thing, of the whole thing, the night, but I don't know.
at the same time, it's like, yeah, it's fucking ball ache.
But then it's like, do you really want to be a little batty chasing them
bitch
all?
boy? Yeah, exactly.
Do you want to... you got to
Right.
be the Sigma male, not have
Yeah.
chase anyone. Oh.
So, she didn't believe in the moon landing. Similar to she thought the Earth was flat.
Oh my days.
It's literally just like that's what you believe.
Strongly believe as well.
So if you believe that, what else are you capable of believing? I can't be like this. Nah, it's like
Well, you could be really dark about it, prone to manipulation. You're that blunt about things. You could like work into the mind and twist everything.
Yeah, I could go absolutely savage, but I don't think I can say it, so I'm not
Like
going
real
to.
dark.
So yeah, I'd go off the rails dark. Yeah, I'd go like Thomas the Dank Engine
God.
dark. Right, so go on to the next one before I say something I shouldn't.
Right, okay. You want me to do it?
Yeah.
I just can't. When wanting to break up for no reason, this could be the line for you. Many things can make you want to leave a relationship for no reason. You are just tired or feel the person ain't the right one for you. Or maybe there are many reasons and you don't think conveying the way would be good. Or you don't think conveying the way would be good, so you need a way not to say why, but end the relationship somehow. The I just can is all you need to say to break up with someone for no reason. You just look at
can't
someone.
do it anymore.
You don't even say that. Just look at her and yeah, I just can't.
I just can't walk out the door and never go back again.
I just can't.
It'd be, I just can't. And then you open the door and push her out.
Just unclip the seatbelt.
Exactly.
Oh, Jesus.
Honestly.
I just can't.
I mean,
It sums up, like, again, it sums up loads of reasons. You can't just say that and leave them on a, like a, what's it,
it's
cliffhanger.
the kind of thing like you're a dick if you do it, aren't you? Like, I just can't. And you just leave. Like,
You got somewhere like it's jokes, isn't it? And like you've embarrassed yourself, but you're like embracing it, and you're just like, I just can't with you, like sort of thing. Like that's normal. Like I'd
yeah,
say that's
not like
normal.
to end it. It's like,
No.
like they say something the stupidest thing ever, and you're just like, oh, I just can't. I can't anymore.
I just
No,
can't.
I just can't.
And just block. See there.
It's not even that. It's like, I just can't, and then you go about your day as normal. Like no, but normally like talking
Oh,
to them
yeah,
and all that.
I
But to
just
use
can't.
it as a way to end the relationship's a bit mad.
Yeah.
I just can't. Turns.
I
gone.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a.
Like a fart in the wind, just gone.
Just. Thank you. Next.
Yeah, next. Okay.
Right, yeah. Next.
Right. She asked what I would do if someone poked a hole in the condom.
Wow.
So, yeah, no thanks. I think I'll just go.
Yeah. See you later.
Like, you never know what's going to happen. You'd just be on edge constantly, wouldn't you?
Well, you'd have to like bring like 5. Just like
You'd-
layer
yeah,
up.
exactly.
Poke hole in one, mate. I've
Yeah.
got 4 like little backups, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
Little backups.
Yeah, little. Yeah. Hands that.
Right,
Fuck's sake.
yeah, on to the next. Yeah.
Right, I need to be on my own. Sometimes you feel the need to be on your own without a boyfriend or even girlfriend. What? This is a valid reason to break up, and anyone who cares about you should understand. The need to be alone could be so you can deal with issues or focus on a project that requires your time.
So,
I'll probably relate to that one a lot, to be
yes,
honest.
but if you need to be alone, then
Leave
should
me
you have ever
alone.
got in the relationship in the first place?
You could do, cause
If you weren't in the right headset to be in a relationship, should you have entered it? Should you have just been like, I can't at the moment?
It's interesting because I'd say past little flings or relationships I've found myself in, you've enjoyed like the time when you first found her, but then you realise that, well, with mine was like the project, it takes over so much of my time because that's what I generally really want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to make the person feel secondary in a way, isn't it? So, but when you initially found each other, it's like, oh, this is actually quite cool to keep it running for a bit. But like after a while, well, for
It
me, a
just
while
isn't
is like a few
happening,
months,
is it?
but
Yeah, exactly.
it kind of just goes, I don't know. I've got other things that I quite like being on my own for. It's not an insult or anything. I just like doing things myself,
Yeah.
isn't it? What would you say? Like to be on your own? I mean, to fix yourself in ways like if you want to be soppy with it.
Yeah, so if it was
Sort
to
yourself
fix yourself,
out, isn't
like
it?
there's something like say
Yeah.
wrong with you, like you're dealing with something personally,
Yeah.
then it's what I said, you shouldn't have gone in the relationship.
But
if it's like, oh, actually, it's taking up too much of my time and this is what I want to do, then it's a bit different. It's like, I need to focus on this. I can't have a relationship at the moment.
But would you
I
have
need to focus on my work or
Yeah.
whatever it is. Like I can't. I don't have enough time for you. I don't want to waste your time.
Yeah. Would you say if you had a relationship cool enough, though, she would understand that and let you have your own time? How long do you need to be on your own? Sometimes it's only little parts. If it's grieving and stuff,
Yeah,
You've
that's
got to have
different,
time
isn't
to-
it?
obviously be on your own to deal with it your own way. But I think if you're in a strong relationship, the person would understand that.
Yeah,
I
but
think.
then you'd be happy with being with them even if you are grieving. Like when you're grieving, you'd be happy that they're there with you,
Yeah.
sort of thing. Like you would want them there with you if this relationship's that strong. If you wouldn't want them there with you at that point,
Yeah.
are they the right person?
So I think that applies for like the short term, the initial like you're seeing each other. When you're like together for a while, you know each other quite well, so you know when you have moments where you
Yeah.
might want to be on your own, isn't it? Because you know them.
Or like people like,
so-
right, I've got this job in another country for 3 months.
Yeah.
I'm going, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll visit, you visit, da-di-da-di-da. And then you go back to your life as normal once the thing's finished, kind of
Yeah.
thing. Whereas in an initial relationship, that'd be like, nah, fuck off.
Yeah,
'Cause, like,
exactly.
I don't see the point in dragging you through this with me
Yeah.
when we've only just met.
And it's like, do you really need to put that person through
Yeah.
that, isn't it? So you get the little guilt thing. It's like, if I feel like this, I don't want you to go through it, sort of thing.
Yeah,
Even if you
exactly.
do have feelings, it's like,
Yeah.
nah, you just need to enjoy yourself. And I'll sort this out. And I said, I'll see you, see you later. Like,
Right. That got very,
that's cool. I like that
Deep.
one. I see, relate to that one a bit, to be honest.
Okay, so she used to sneak up on me while I'm peeing, grab hold of my dick, and start aiming for me. Eventually, I started to fake being startled, so I'd have an excuse to piss on her feet, in the hopes that she wouldn't realise it's a bad idea.
Wow.
That she'd realise it's a bad idea to do it.
Imagine.
Just sneaks up behind you, yeah. There was a comment and it said, or just lock the door.
Oh, yeah. That's
But
jokes.
that's a bit weird, isn't it?
Well, how
Just
would you
like-
react to someone? If that was, I'd be like, "What are you doing?" I wouldn't like freak out too much. Well, what
You'd
is
be like,
going
all right,
on?
drop your pants.
What is going on? Nah.
Jokes.
It's like when you're in a relationship, do you have the bathroom door open as well? That's your own privacy. Some people just like someone's brushing
Depends
their
what
teeth,
you're
someone's
doing,
on the
doesn't
toilet, isn't it? But I don't like
If you're only
that.
pissing, I don't think it really matters. Like, I
Piss-
think
yeah.
that's fine. But if you're taking a steamy,
I'd be
big
for it, isn't it?
steamy
Go in the
dump,
shower.
Yeah.
Nah.
No, I've had it where you're just happily there, like having a shower or you're brushing your teeth or whatever, and it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go for a piss a minute.
Yeah,
Taking
piss,
taking a shit is a bit
yeah,
different. isn't
exactly.
it?
Well, yeah, some people.
But
like,
then you just shit on each other's chests instead.
fuck's
On to
sake.
the next. Right, next
Right,
one.
you think you think of how much better things can be without your partner. There will be times in your relationship when you'll wish you were single. This is fine, especially if you're going through a rough patch. However, if you constantly think that your life would have been much better without your current partner, this will only breed contempt and a series of regrets. However, if you constantly think that your life would have been much better without your current partner, this will only... Oh, I said it anyway. I said it
Good.
twice, jokes. Your relationship should be bringing happiness and joy in your life rather than resentment and thoughts of what ifs. So if you keep thinking that life would be so much better without your partner, whether on a good or bad day, then it's one of the valid reasons to break up with someone.
Yeah, because you just start putting doubts into your own head.
Well, you're always thinking, what if? You're kind of making the other person feel a bit small and unwanted.
Yeah, but
really.
that's when people start cheating, isn't it? Oh, what if I could
Oh,
have this?
yeah,
And then they
damn.
start thinking, like, I'm going to go and have it, actually. Like, I'm going to go and do this.
Well, then you said you're planting the seed in your head with that what if,
Yeah.
and then eventually you might act on that because you're losing yourself with your own fantasy, aren't you? That's a pretty mad way
Yeah,
of
so you might be
thinking, to
like,
be honest.
what if I went and, like, normal, not relationship, what if I went and did this today? That might be quite cool. And then you go and do it, and it's
Yeah,
like, fuck,
exactly.
yeah, that's cool, actually. I want to do that again.
And the more you
Whereas
think
it's
about
like,
it,
yeah.
isn't it? The more it's going to be playing on,
Yeah.
like, you're going to want to act it after a while, I
Yeah.
think, isn't it? That gets a bit dark, doesn't it?
Even if it's like, what if I just tell this fib so I get time to my own self? What if I just,
Yeah.
I tell her that I want this when I actually don't, and then it's like, or I don't want this and I actually do, kind of thing. And it's like, you're just putting little things in there,
Yeah.
but then they start growing and getting bigger. What if I went out and fucked some random stranger?
The one would be like, say if you went traveling and you went with the girlfriend or boyfriend, or depends what you and then you have an argument, and then you think, what if I just went here on my own? Would it be a different outcome? But you get it with
Or-
mates as well, though, wouldn't you? Like,
Yeah.
once if like this was an outcome with all your mates, but once if you went on your own, would you have a different sort of experience? I'd play on my head anyway, though. But maybe a girlfriend might be different. 'Cause it's like
yeah,
you
it's
went
different.
with
'Cause
the
you're
person,
spending
aren't you?
you're essentially wanting to spend your life with them, aren't
It's
you?
only if an argument came up, then you kind of like, for fuck's
But
sake,
you could go the
it's
same
awkward.
thing of, what if, like, before you go on holiday, what if we fall out when we're on holiday?
Yeah.
What happens? And then it's like, if you're thinking that, then you're thinking there's a possibility it will happen. And then you're thinking, well, why bother going in the first
You're not going to
place?
enjoy the
kind of
holiday,
thing.
are you? You're just going to
Yeah.
think of like just like a better outcome, idealistic, isn't it? It's a bit mad though. So yeah.
Right. She was putting mustard on her fries by applying it to her hand first and then rubbing it all over the fries.
What the fuck?
Then she licked the mustard off her hands. You would never ever think by looking at her that this is what she would do.
Normal, isn't it? Normal
Top comment, mustard on fries, that's the reason to break up all by itself.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like
Imagine
massaging the fries, like what?
Smearing it in your fucking hands and then just rubbing it all over the top like you're spreading those butt cheeks or
If
something.
she's so casual with that, I wonder what she would be like in the bedroom though. She'd be wild, like
Mate, the fucking... I don't
mustard
even
on your
know,
hands,
the
like
fucking,
a casual thing in public. Like what's going
mate, the
on?
penetration machine would be out and going up your jap eye.
How many whipped creams are you going through? Like,
It's not
is
even
that just
that.
that's just light work?
Mate,
That's
it'd probably be
normal.
like fucking gravy.
Exactly, that's just pansy stuff.
Like,
Like,
let's get the horseradish out tonight.
like the hot sauce or something. You like the burning
Oh.
fluid or something.
Oh, yeah, let's get the syringe and the hot sauce and stick it down your jap eye and insert
what?
it and just fucking push it.
Nah.
Like, let's get the
That's
thrill.
not.
And then you can stick your dick inside me
No.
and ejaculate with
No.
the hot sauce everywhere.
No.
Yep.
So that's what she's like. Is that what's going through your head with the mustard through this?
If you're that psycho to put mustard on fries,
That's
with
enough to
your
just say, I
hands-
just can't, and walk off.
Exactly.
You just look at it.
She's there like fucking smearing all over her fries and chips like this. You just look at her and it's like, I just can't. You just get up out the restaurant and leave.
Especially if it's a drive-through, imagine, on a steering wheel, like, doesn't wipe, like, the thing, just mustard everywhere.
Fucking wrong.
Right. Right, you have baggage. Do you have baggage? Everyone has baggage.
Under my eyes, yeah.
Is it carry-on, or is it, like, a few check-ins of, like, 700 kilograms?
Mate,
Right.
it's a fucking busload.
Breaking up with someone and ending things doesn't always have to be their fault. Sometimes it can be because of our own issues and baggage. It's easy to project our baggage to the person we're dating, thinking they can fix them if they just love us hard enough. But that never works out. If we have any kind of baggage, even if it might seem minor, you still end up projecting them to your partner. This is why we need to be fully healed first before we enter any kind of intimate relationship. Having baggage is one of the valid reasons to break up with someone. It hurts because nobody cheated or betrayed anybody, but it's just a matter of fixing yourself.
I don't know how much I agree with that.
I think you would project, even if you're not intending for it to be that, it will just come across in your character that you would have issues that would get highlighted.
Yeah, but even, like, say you've loved somebody, you've left them, or they've left you or whatever,
Mm.
you get into a new relationship, it's not like that person just disappears out of your mind. It's always there. So you're always
Yeah.
going to have that baggage. You might feel differently about it, like, oh yeah, I don't like that situation, I don't give a fuck about anymore, like I don't love them anymore, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But it's still there in your mind. So you're never going to get rid of baggage. It just depends how you
I
deal
guess
with
it's
it
like,
yourself. Like you said, you need time to heal.
yeah.
So you heal, but the baggage is still there. So it doesn't matter how long you have, what you do.
It's how
It'll still
you've
be
got to
there.
feel a way of suppressing it yourself, I think. So it depends how deep you would go with it, where you've got like childhood trauma and things like that. That's never going to go. It's not necessarily a breakup. It's not their fault either. That's something
No,
you've got to
exactly.
deal with, isn't it?
But if you
That's
you have that baggage and you don't go out, like say you've just split up with somebody. Say you split up with somebody a year ago.
Yeah.
and you're not trying to get like back out there and date or whatever, you're never going to get over it.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to heal because you're not getting out there. So you might find somebody, you vibe with them, and you think, actually, yeah, this is really good. You've still got that baggage, but it's easier to get over it because of that other person.
It's like Afterlife, isn't it? Doesn't get over Lisa, isn't it?
Yeah,
in
exactly.
That program,
but
isn't
you
it?
still kind of need to move on.
Yeah. And you obviously, like you said, you're going to project it onto that person, so it depends how open the partner is. I mean, you could have baggage where it's like you have children with a previous relationship.
Yeah, so
of course, that's baggage.
It's a bit difficult to get rid of them.
Yeah, you are going to project the children onto the partner, because obviously, why wouldn't you after a while? I mean, initially, maybe not. You kind of keep it so. They're aware of it. You don't necessarily like have the kids see this new person coming in out the house all the time.
You'd like avoid that situation because otherwise they're going to start asking questions and then it gets their hopes up for something maybe.
And it gives their like idea of like romantic relationships a bit like short term, like, isn't it? It's like, who's this new man? Oh, it's like mum's new boyfriend or dad's new girlfriend. All the time.
You have to wait a bit, don't you?
Yeah, but that's like a different sort of baggage. There's like emotional baggage, isn't it? I think that's what you said. Fucking busload. But the older you get, the bigger this bus is gonna be.
Exactly, it is though, isn't it? So
fucking magic bus.
Right. So I can I'll say I kind of relate to this because I've done it to people before.
Okay.
It's weird.
Nah, just run with it.
But I wouldn't do it to I would do it to a girlfriend, but I'd do it to like anybody. If you did it, I'd do it to you.
Fine. Hopefully it's nothing too mad.
Every time I yawned, she thought it was hilarious to stick her finger in my open mouth. I could never relax. Always had to prepare to be orally violated.
Fuck's sake.
A reason, because just finger just goes in your mouth. Like, okay, it might make you gag. I suppose that's where it comes in. I think it's funny. I wouldn't do it unless it was like a situation where you know that they're not gonna
react badly to it.
If you know that they're gonna find it funny as well.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like a partner, then you'd do it. Because for all you know, you stick your finger in their mouth and they just bite down.
Yeah, they could have rubbed mustard on chips beforehand.
Exactly. Yeah. But like, even if I turned around to you, you didn't want it and you didn't like it at all, I'd still fucking do it. I'd just shove my finger in your mouth like dickheads.
Well, they had. I thought when you yawn, I make weird noises. You know, in the car.
Headphone warning.
Oh, it was jokes.
It was not normal.
I was still doing
it. I'm sorry, but it was not normal.
So
you just had like the fucking best orgasm of your life. You just fucking nutted all over Margot's chest.
Right.
Oh,
yeah, I think it's like you said, it depends what the reaction is. If you think it's going to be jokes, I think you do it as like anyway, just to see a mad reaction.
Yeah, but if that's what your relationship's like anyway, then you can get the funny things out of it. But if it's a new relationship and you stick your finger in her mouth, it's a bit weird.
Not after like first date, that's a bit like what?
On the first date,
yeah. Right, I've only got a couple left.
If they're yawning on the first date, clearly ain't done a good job.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, next.
Right, you're sexually incompatible. Unless you're in a conservative relationship or other factors, sex will primarily be on the table. Oh my God, it's too cold in my mouth. We all have different desires and needs when it comes to sex, but what happens if your partners are different from yours? You won't admit it at first because you'll try to make the relationship work. Well, that's a fair point, actually. In the long run, sexual incompatibility will become so evident that you can no longer ignore it, or it can also be possible that you learn something about yourself that makes your sexuality different altogether.
So you might think, at first, it's the kind of thing like you don't know until you try. Don't knock it till you try it. Yeah. So it might be that they want to do something. You're like, I don't know.
Would you be quite open to like random requests though?
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, what would like fetish requests is a bit random though.
Oh yeah,
it's a bit open.
Fuck it, especially if you're willing to give the relationship a go. Unless it's something unless it's something ridiculous, you can kind of like go along with it, kind of thing.
Swinging from the ceilings and stuff. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Why not?
Jokes,
yeah. You're getting fucking sacrificed to the devil or something. Yeah, why not?
Rubbing mustard on you. But let's keep referencing it.
You might try it. You might think you're not like, actually no, that's not the kind of thing I'd do. But then you try it. Mm-hmm. And you might like it, and then it makes it like better. But obviously, it might be like, I definitely ain't fucking doing that, and then it's like that and that.
And it's like you said, they might go with it to begin with because it's new, isn't it? You're not going to go on first date. Oh, can you just swing from the thing by your nipples, please?
Yeah.
Like it turns me on. You know what I mean? After first date, I mean, sleeping on the first date. That's pretty mad to some people's eyes, isn't it? To me, I doesn't really mind. Like if you've clicked, then do whatever you want to do, isn't it? But
that might be the only reason you've gone on the first date.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the only reason you've gone out is to fuck them.
I wouldn't judge anyone after that sort of thing. I
do
think
what you want.
It's like a 3 date rule. Is it 3 or 5 date rule?
I don't know.
So you got to see someone like 3 or 5 times. But
Yeah.
if you've clicked on the first date, why
Yeah.
not? You know?
1, blink, 2, blink, 3.
God,
Sorted.
blink
Fuck
if
him
you're
the
in
ass.
danger, isn't it? But yeah, like you
Morse
said,
code.
that makes sense. Whereas like you'll run with it initially, like you said, unless it's too wild, and then you're like, whoa. But like you said, anything to do with communication, isn't it? As long as you tell each other what's going on. I
Yeah,
think,
exactly. You might be like, I don't like this, and the person might be like, okay, I don't actually need this. It's
Yeah.
just something I wanted to try as well. And then it's like, oh, okay, we don't need to bother anymore.
stick on some always never and just get lit with it. You know what I mean? Like you're just open to everything, isn't it? Because I think they said as long as you're both on like the same page of what's going on, I think you
Yeah.
can just get quite fun with it.
Yeah, exactly.
So just be chill about it. You know what I mean? Chill. That's what
Right. I'm going to save that one for last because that makes me cringe.
I've only got one left. So
So she had the smelliest upper butt crack. It's almost as if she would wash her butt crack with a dirtier butt crack.
fuck.
Imagine that. Just like where she's wiped, there's just like shit smeared all over her butt crack. Yeah, tasty, isn't it? And then you go down on her and you're like, what's that smell? And then you just start licking her,
God,
licking it. You're like,
Okay,
chocolate.
put you in that
mm."
position then. You smelt it. What would you do? You would just keep going, wouldn't you? Because you're nasty. Would you say just, oh, it's right, have a shower?
Or,
Jack, that's an insult.
nah. Okay, so you do that and you're like, oh, would you like to move? You didn't let me finish. You're like, oh, would you like to move this to the shower? Let's get steamy. And then you just subtly put some soap on your
Decent,
hand.
yeah,
You reach
that's
behind
right,
and you
isn't
just start wiping. You come out and there's shit smeared all over your hands.
No, you're brutally honest. I think you say you smell like shit. Go in the shower now.
I wouldn't. I'd just keep going.
Yeah,
You just...
that's all right though. When you
unless-
said like, "I'll take it to the shower," because you're trying to subtly try and hint something.
Not
but,
even
well,
that.
That's
it's-
all right.
You're trying to solve the problem without letting them know there's
Yeah.
a problem.
You just got some little
like-
like baby wipes on deck. Like slowly start going. Can I just massage you a little bit?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, or you go even more savage and you're just like, I want to try something. You get your tongue out and you just go and just lick that crack. So I'm going to clean your crack with my tongue.
I'm getting the mustard out. Every
That's
time.
probably why she's wiped all the mustard over her chips and then she's wiped a butt crack with her hand without using toilet paper. It's just shit and mustard smeared up her butt crack. On to the next.
Oh, right. This is my last one. So,
Yeah, okay.
right person, wrong time. There are times when you can love the right person at the wrong time in your life. If you're set to get married and they aren't even considering next week, then it might be time to break up just to gain some more perspective. Again, breaking up with someone you love doesn't always have to be the end. Sometimes it can even be the beginning of something more lasting and real. Do you reckon you believe that? You've met the right person,
yeah,
but
so
you're not ready for
They're
it.
ready for a bigger, let's just say marriage, so they're ready for a bigger commitment and you're not. Or they're ready for kids and you're not.
What
So
about
it's like-
travelling? You've met people, say if they're doing like a gap year, it might technically be the wrong time because they're always going to be travelling, but you've met a real cool person
Yeah.
that you feel like you could vibe with, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Or
I feel.
even that, like they say somebody comes and works, just because we're in England, so somebody comes and works in England, like with you, you vibe with them, and you know they're going back home in 3 months.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck.
Right person, wrong time, isn't it? 'Cause
Yeah.
You don't know whether
You've met
gonna
them,
be
you're
with
like,
them, aren't
yes,
you?
I'm glad I've met you, but then it's like, you're leaving soon, so the timing ain't good, is it? And
Yeah.
you're not going to be like, stay here, because that's...
But then would
bit
you
of a
be
mad
happy to
thing.
change up your way of living to obviously suit that? Because you
Depends
might
on how strong it is,
Yeah.
but you could do, yeah.
you might relocate over to the country with her or something if she's going to stay there, isn't it? And you're, depending on what your living situation is, if you're happy just to bun off your job and just be like, well, I've got fuck all going for me anyway,
Like us, yeah.
yeah, then we just if you met someone, you're happy to just relocate.
Yeah.
So I get right. Yeah, right person, wrong time. Like that's pretty cool. Like you said, they might come across later on in your life, and you get a fling. Come back.
They come back, like you meet them again randomly,
Yeah.
and you're just like, oh, let's
It's like the
try
stories
again.
that you hear, like you met the girl in school that you quite liked, but then life goes on for like 10, 15 years. You meet up with them again, and something sparks. Like
Or you
it's
just
a-
bump into them, and you're like, oh fuck.
that's
yeah,
an
do you wanna go get a drink
unintentional,
kind of
like
thing, yeah.
right person, wrong
Yeah.
time. Because obviously your kid's in school, but like that's weird that it would circle back round, isn't it?
You could go the other way and say wrong person, right time. So that'd be
What would
what
be the
it
right
would.
time then?
That it would be for the other person. So they're ready for something, but you're not. So technically,
Right.
they've found the wrong person because that person doesn't want to do what they want to do at that moment in time.
Right. Yeah. Get what you
So
mean.
you found you're wanting to settle down and get married and everything,
Mhm.
but the person that you meet and you want to do that with doesn't want to.
Yeah, it's compatible.
So
with
it's
it.
like it's the wrong person because they don't want to do what you want to do at that time.
Yeah.
Which, unless obviously you're willing to wait or like hold out, then it's
Well, then you
different,
could
isn't
say wrong person as in like you've both got the same way that you want to do it, but you know that together it's not going to be that
Yeah.
effective.
It's
is
like,
it?
oh, we're just going to get divorced in like 2 months.
We only have like real fun times together,
Yeah.
but we both would want children. And you know that like I think having children together might change our perspective. We quite like doing our travel thing together rather than like being domesticated and maybe being like a bit more grounded with it. So yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah. So there we go. That's my stuff done.
My last one then. So I know someone who broke up with their significant other because whenever they took a bite from a fork, they would bite down on it while they slid it out of their front teeth. Makes me cringe thinking about that. So literally you're biting down as hard as you can on a fork and you're just pulling it out.
I don't like the feeling when you clip the fork when your teeth, isn't it? You like bite more than you did.
More than anything, you'd use your lips or your tongue, wouldn't you?
Yeah, sometimes.
So like something softer on the metal. But to just get...
and then slide it off like some sort of like weird little... Yeah.
That's fucking wrong. Just, if you do that, you're a psycho. It's like... I say it's like biting ice cream, but on a much worse scale.
I think... Yeah, like just doing it, and you hear the little metal clink on your teeth as well when you're doing it. You just sat there like, I just can't.
I just can't.
New ick sound, is it? The little
Exactly.
clink.
Right.
On your teeth. Right, is that it?
Yeah, that's...
Do you reckon that's what she's doing? She's doing oral as well then? Bite down and then...
Bite down, chop your dick off.
No, bite down and then go back. Like,
I'd pull all your foreskin off. Yeah, like it bites through your foreskin and then just peels it off.
Right, nah. That's a mad image. Right, let's go. Was that the end?
Yep, so new music.
Right, so if you've ever experienced any of them, then yeah, there we go. Boom. I mean, like you said, we'll probably do another sessions with like that sort of stuff.
More things like that, can't we?
That's jokes. Like.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, it's quite a few new music, so I'll run with it. Right, Lil Peep, Live Forever. Scissor, SOS, decent album to be fair. Snooze is the best one. A Boogie with a Hoodie, Me versus Myself, Polo G, My All, French Montana, CB6, The Money Heist Edition, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, Too Short, E40, Mount Westmore, Sam Fender, 17 Going Under, Live Deluxe version, Heady One, 50s, Gorillaz, Skinny Ape, Nux, Alpha Place Deluxe version, Paramore, The News, Benz, Allure, Brucey, Hedix, Clark, JB, With Me or Not, Martin Garrix, JVKE, Hero, Yumi at 6, Heartless, Lucy Spraggan, Balance, YG, Lil Wayne, Miss My Dogs, Mallrat, The Chainsmokers, Wish On, and Eyelash Part 2, ASAP Rocky, Shitting Me, Suicide Boys, Germ, My Swisher Sweet But My Big Sour, They Set Me Free, Razorlight, Razor What, The Best of Razorlight, Whit Lowry, If You Don't Like the Story, Write Your Own, Cedric Gervais and Joel Corey, Molly, banger, and Justice Logic, Dance, Logic Reprise. So
Spotlight, basically. The Spotlight by Logic. And
yes.
I'll do one. So Bun B and Static Selector Trill Static 2.
Okay.
Little like album thing.
What's that? Rap?
Hip hop and rap, yeah.
Oh, decent.
Just kind of where Logic,
Logic's label.
Logic posted it on his Instagram, and I saw.
Of course.
Fuck it. Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, busy week. I mean, none of that's Christmas related. That's all a mixture of different genres as well. It's actually quite a decent release day of stuff. Actually, a lot of that is actually quite banging. So, boom. It's actually quite successful.
Right.
Fact and joke.
Fact
mate.
or joke.
Let's do joke.
I just saw 2 elementary school kids having a fist fight. So as an adult, I had to step in. They didn't stand a chance.
I thought it was going to go real dark, to be honest. I ain't going to lie, knowing you. Fuck's sake. I saw a fist fight. I was like, fuck, where's this going?
That's about as dark as they can go, really. So.
Okay,
talking about dark, then, okay. There are roughly 200 corpses on Mount Everest that are used as waypoints for climbers.
Yes, I knew that.
Yeah. So.
That's mad, isn't it?
I knew it. It came up on my little app.
Because they're too dangerous to rescue or get to. So they have to leave the body there. Because like where they've died is actually really dangerous to carry them back because you barely have oxygen yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, and you can't exactly get like a helicopter to go there or anything like that. So yeah, they're used as waypoints.
Would you do Mount Everest? I looked into it and they says you can do base camp, I think. So you go out to the bottom part and then you just walk back. Because you've obviously got base camp to the summit is obviously its own little like expedition thing. So I don't know. It'd be cool to do base camp.
You could do that essentially. You'd probably have to still be quite experienced.
Cost bucks to do the summit though. Like you have to get a charity thing on the go, or it's chump change, obviously. But
Yeah, like 50k.
I'd love to
change or
do it
whatever is.
though. You see, I have to do a lot of training.
Actually, to climb Mount
Altitude.
Everest,
Yeah.
we would never be able to do it.
Nah, can't say no. Never say no.
People that do it, I'll just say this is what I think, but are people that have like majored in like that kind of thing, like your map reading and your ordnance surveys and all that shit.
Whilst we're young and naive, we'll do it. We don't care what's going on, is it?
Just be 202 corpses to pave the way.
Easy way out, isn't it?
Exactly.
A little way going out.
I mean, we're basically freezing our tits off now, so we may as well be up in the fucking place, haven't we? We may as well be at the top of Mount Everest because my toes are dead.
The mindset, I think you probably could. Like you said, a lot of training, like the altitude training and things like that, isn't it? You take a few steps and you're like, feel like you've run a marathon sort of thing, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
That sounds mad, but it'd be interesting. It'd be cool to just see the base camp and see what the whole experience is like. And then from there, knowing us, it'd be like, nah, it's a challenge, mate. We feel like we failed to go into the base camp coming home, isn't it?
Exactly. Just walk up to the top. If you don't make it down, you don't make it down. At least you made it to the top.
Oh, it'd just be so cool to do. Yeah, it depends how realistic it is, but it would be cool. I'm not going to lie.
Think about how many people have done it. Not a lot.
You'd have to start small. Go Kilimanjaro or something. We'll do that.
Start small.
Yeah.
Kilimanjaro.
Mount Fiji as well, is it?
Yeah, why not?
Fiji and Japan.
Yeah, we're just going to climb up the pyramids and try not to get shot as well.
Oh, yeah, but you get arrested if you're on there.
Yeah, exactly. You just get shot. You stand at the top and you just get shot in the face.
That's one thing now. We'll do Kilimanjaro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be... Okay.
Okay.
Right, there we go. We're done.
Right,
Summing
cool.
it up.
Socials. I know this is your best part.
Yeah, exactly. Right, find us on all streaming platforms under the SoulInsights podcast. Please leave us a rating and review.
Subscribe, like, comment.
Socials, Twitter, SI Index, TikTok, Instagram, SoulInsights Index, and YouTube, SoulInsights.
Easy.
And our next one will be Ding Dong Merrily on High.
Shut the
Slapping
fuck
up
up,
Santa
cunt.
Claus.
Christmas episode next,
Boom.
most likely.
Yes.
So, yeah. Right, thanks for tuning in.
And toodaloo.